What's going on, everybody? This is Tim Hurd, and you are listening to Tall Talk, episode 27. I hope everyone's enjoying their week. I have Emma right now painting a box beside me. It's like a bedside table. She got it at Michael's. It's pretty tight. It looks pretty good. Want to say hello to the fans?
Hi, everyone.
Oh, was that Emma Hackett on the podcast? Oh my. One step at a time. We will eventually have her on the pod. Full blown ahead. Full steam ahead. It's going to be great. But she's just focused on the painting. It's looking pretty good. I couldn't do that myself. It'd be pretty bad. But how's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty great because I got a beer in my hand. What do we have this week? It's another local beer from London. It's called Forked River Brewing Company, and their Capital Blonde Ale. It is, I believe, 4.7% alcohol. It's a tall can, and you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And they have a hashtag #GetForked, and they have their own website. And I'm just looking at it right now, forkedriverbrewing.com. Let me just pull it up right now and check it out. So yeah, they have brewery tours, free brewery tours at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. on Saturdays, and 10 per group. And they want you to reserve spots, so call ahead. You can find them on 45 Pacific Court, Unit 4, London, Ontario, N5V 3N4. The brewery hours are Tuesday to Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Thursday to Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then Sunday, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. On their website, you can find out where they have a beer map, and it's all over Southern Ontario, and they have a couple locations in Northern Ontario. And yeah, it's a great little website. They have their own blog on their website called Fork and Blog. And their story is basically three brewers, or these three Western graduates. Two were biologists and one was an engineer, got together and started making craft beer. And I already had one of theirs before I was starting this podcast. I was just relaxing and watching Sopranos once again. And I had their flashback rhubarb wheat ale, and that was pretty damn good. And right now I'm about to crack open the Capital Blonde Ale, like I said. So let's get into it. I'm going to pour it in a glass for you. Hopefully I don't pour beer all over everything like I did last week. How's that painting going, Emma? Swimmingly? Is that a painting term or what? It's her own term. Beautiful color. It's very blonde, hence the name. Yeah, all right. It's almost done. And it is poured out. Get every last drop. Make sure. It's very important. Every last drop. Cheers, folks, to another week and to episode 27. Let's get into it. Oh, that's quite nice. I enjoy it. I really like it. Yeah, it is 28 IBU. That's the hop level. The color is SRM5, and they got a little thing on I'm about to read or try to attempt to read on their can. A well-crafted American blonde ale is clean, simple, and balanced. Capital Blonde Ale is smooth and easy to drink with just the right amount of citrus hop to offset the slight residual malt sweetness. This is the beer you want to have within reach for any occasion, and your friends will appreciate seeing this in your fridge. Light and refreshing with a grain and hop character to please the craft beer fans. Capital Blonde is a year-round go-to beer. Now, they have some food pairings. It apparently is great with buffalo wings, Mexican dishes, burgers and fries, chicken Caesar salad. And also it says, what can't this beer be paired with? Capital Blonde will help cleanse the palate without overpowering your dish. I can see it. It's a light beer, and yeah, I mean, I would drink this with fucking buffalo wings. I love buffalo wings. I haven't had them in a while, but who knows? Maybe sometime this weekend we might get some. You never know. But yeah, while Emma's painting, she's been under the weather for a bit. You know, I've been nursing a nurse for the past, I don't know, day. She was just coughing for a bit a couple days ago. Well, for like a week, but then I think she started getting a headache and more symptoms. So she's just been relaxing in bed and sleeping, and yeah. And now she's up and ready to go, and she's trying to get her apartment organized while I sit here, drink a beer, and talk to myself. And I had to go to Shoppers Drug Mart and pick up a few things for her. She's just been pounding back the halls lately just to get through the cough. Picked up some Tylenol Cold for her and some, what's this stuff called? Kombucha? Some kombucha ginger. I actually had one as well, and it's actually quite good. It's not bad. Yeah. And no, we're just hanging out at the apartment. We are trying to get all our furniture organized. Today we had a delivery on one of our shelves, our shelving unit for our living room. Yeah, our living room. And we're excited for this because we need to put it, we're going to build it tonight. And hopefully I don't cut my finger on that or bleed profusely. Hopefully it's not a debacle like it was the bed frame. But no, I'm happy we got it so we can actually start making our apartment look better. Our kitchen is great. We have this fantastic table, but we just need our living room to get organized. We need our furniture to get here. I mean, we're still waiting for something from one furniture store, and we're still waiting for a call on our couch, which should be here in next week. No, 2 weeks from now. God, that's going to be a long time without a couch. But no, we're just hanging out. Good thing we got stuff to sit on in the kitchen. And in no time, we'll have this place apartment ready for our housewarming or our apartment warming. Oh, yeah, that's good. I like that beer. But yeah, I like this Forked River Brewing Company because I went to the LCBO today, and I noticed that most of their beers are ales. And I know I talked about my parents' wedding anniversary for the past two podcasts, but I had a conversation with somebody about ales. He's like, I never see any ales anymore or any different kinds of ales. I always see a lot of lagers and a lot of pilsners, but I never see any ales. So if you're listening to this, check out Forked River Brewing Company because I got two, and one's a rhubarb wheat ale and the other one's a Capital Blonde ale. So you're in luck, my friend. There's ales out there. You just got to search for them. And yeah, I've, like I said before, it's episode 27, and my age is 27. I'm 27 years old, and I'm about to head to college, like everybody knows. A little nervous, but at the same time, I'm starting to get more excited. So this week, I had my Fanshawe orientation for mature students, and it was great. You know, it was very informative. Like the first half, I mean, some of the presentations weren't my cup of tea, but some of the other ones in the afternoon were very informative about like stuff that Fanshawe offers, certain features and certain departments that can help you throughout the year. And so they were great presentations, and they had presentations from past mature students that came in and how they decided either to do a career change like I'm doing, or never went to college before and just after high school they went straight into the workforce. and said, you know what, after 6 years of working, I've decided to go to college and broaden my horizon. So it was good to hear from them, and it was a little bit of a confidence boost. And so I walked around campus, and I ended up getting my student card, and there's no turning back now. It's official. I got the student card. What'd you say?
Grocery discounts.
That's right. Grocery discounts. Oh, we should have fucking used it when we went groceries shopping yesterday.
I think it's just on Tuesdays.
Only on Tuesdays? So we have to go to grocery shopping on Tuesdays, where I have class until like 8 o'clock at night. Okay, that's going to be difficult. But anyways, grocery stores are open until 10 o'clock, so I think we could figure it out. So yeah, and so when I was waiting in line to get my student card, I was actually beside a guy who was a mature student as well. He just got out of the army, and he's finishing up, and he's going back to school to get more education. And it was funny because it's in the gym, and he just looks at me, and I'm really tall, and he's like, "Oh, do you play ball?" And he was like, "Oh, you'd be great for my my pickup league." I'm like, "I don't play basketball. I'm sorry." He's like, "What? Come on, you're so tall." I'm like, "No, I'm terrible at basketball. Everyone knows this except for you. Trust me. You don't want me on your team." And we talked for a bit. I told him about the podcast. He told me why he was going to school and just to get more education. And no, he was a great guy. And yeah, I got my card, like I said, and then just continued on walking around campus. Found out that I might not be able to get a parking spot. So that's unfortunate. So if there's any Fanshawe students out there, Fanshawe alumni that are finished with school and have a parking spot and want to give it up, come find me. Come talk to me. Email me on Tall Talk Podcast @gmail.com. You can get in contact with me, and we can do some business, because I really need a parking spot. And I know I have a bus pass with my student card, but I really don't want to take the bus every day. Did that. Don't want to do it anymore. But if it comes down to it, I guess I can. But no, and I continued to walk around, and I went through the library, and pretty decent library. It's pretty massive. And I asked the librarian where the broadcasting department was. And she showed me the way after a little bit of struggle. And I guess it was a rough day for her. She was telling me to turn right, but I should have been turning left. And anyways, it doesn't matter. And I headed to the broadcasting department, and I'm just walking around. Everything's locked. My student card isn't activated until next week when school starts. And a guy walks out, and he's like, "Oh, you look lost. Are you looking for somebody?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just starting school in the new year. Not new year, in September, and I just wanted to see where the broadcasting department was, and I'm just walking around getting a feel for things." He's like, "Well, do you want a tour?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want a tour." And it's great, man. The broadcasting department at Fanshawe just looks like a newsroom. It looks like a station. It's incredible. Like, I've seen it bits and pieces of the show, The Newsroom, and it kind of has the same feeling. There's laptops everywhere. There's televisions and green screens. And while I'm doing this tour, I'm starting to get even more excited and less nervous. And he introduced me to the coordinator of broadcasting and television and journalism, and we have a chat, and it was great. It was great to meet him. It was great to actually show some motivation and go on campus and walk around and know exactly where I have to go for orientation coming up this Tuesday. And I'm really excited, and I can't wait for some of the projects we have to do. And I'm just excited to be able to go on the radio, get more practice with radio, television, the green screen, everything, man. It's just, I'm so pumped. And it's actually, for the first time in my life, I'm actually excited to go to school for the right reasons too. I mean, when I went to Laurentian, I was excited to go to Laurentian because, there was always a party going on. That being said, I did learn some things, but majority of them I don't remember. But we'll figure it out from here. What?
Life
Life lessons at Laurentian. Hashtag Emma Talk. As she's painting away her box. Her crate. Her lovely white crate with a nice finish of white. It's going to look great for our bedside tables. And it was actually a decent price. It was $5? More? 16? Oh, 15. That's not bad.
That $1 makes a huge difference, between the 15 and 16.
Oh, yeah. Huge difference. A huge difference. Oh. So what's going on with my life besides drinking beer and doing orientation? Oh, you should have saw the spread they had at this orientation, man. So much watermelon and muffins. Oh, man, I had so many blueberry muffins. Like, not like the big muffins, like the tiny ones. Like, they look like Timbits, but they're muffins. You can eat like 14 of those and still be hungry. And so some of the food that's on campus, they got a booster juicer. And they got a Subway. They got a pizza and a Tim Hortons. So probably going to get sick of those 4 real quick. They have a decent pub called Outback, and Carrie's is somewhere. I've heard great things about this Carrie's place, but I don't know where it's located. So if anyone's familiar with Carrie's in Fanshawe, let me know. You could tweet at me. You can email me at Tall Talk Podcasts. You never know. Help me out here, because I wouldn't mind sometimes when I want to take a break, go in for a beer, go in for a sandwich or some chicken wings. We were talking about buffalo wings earlier. Help me out. Let's see where this goes, and who knows, maybe you could come along too. That'd be perfect. More friends. Why not? Other thing that's been going on with my life. Well, this weekend I didn't really do much. I mean, I ate the biggest thing I did was eat cereal, and I got more cereal. I just ate a huge bowl of Fruit Loops. Last week was Mini Wheats. Now I'm on the Fruit Loops. You know, God, I love cereal. It's bad because cereal's not the greatest for you, but everything is delicious. I picked up some Shreddies, and I got some Fruit Loops. I got some Frosted Flakes, and I got some Rice Krispies. All of those I enjoy. I don't even know if I have a top 10 cereal. I just love every kind of cereal, except for like Bran Flakes or Bran Mills chips. Those Bran Buds are pretty disgusting. They're not bad on salad because they're basically croutons, and they help you stay regular. But no, this weekend I just watched a lot of TV and movies. I went through the entire 3rd season of Silicon Valley, and I watched season 1 and 2 like a couple years back, and now they put all the first 3 seasons on Crave TV, and it's okay. It's a good show, but like the thing I love about it, it's just like awkward comedy, because they're all in Silicon Valley trying to make their platform or make their website or this thing called Pied Piper. They're trying to build this Pied Piper website that's supposed to be like the new Google, but it's a good show. It's just the best part about it is like every character is so awkward, and it's just like it just makes awkward comedy. And so if you're into that kind of thing, give it a shot. Watch it on Crave TV, and I don't know where else you could find it. Download it illegally. Be a pirate. See if I care. It's your life. Do what you want, you know. But yeah, so I watched a lot of television, and then on Monday, Emma arrived. She came back from Ottawa from her bachelorette party, and she had a friend with her. That's right. Lucy is back. Lucy is Emma's kitty, or Emma's cat. Call her Kitty Cat. And she's a little munchkin, and she's just getting her bearings into the new apartment because she was at Emma's parents' place for the past 2 months. And Emma's parents' place is a lot bigger than our apartment, so I think she might be a little pissed about that. But she seems to be enjoying herself. I mean, she likes to wake me up at 6:30 in the morning and meow in my face and roll around and lick me and stuff, but I guess she's just showing her love. Yeah. But no, what? What'd you? Oh, Emma's chirping. She won't go on the podcast, but she'll go chirp me from the cheap seats. Really? You went with white? That's the paint job you went with was white?
Whitewash you, boy.
Oh. She's getting more comfortable with it. We'll get her on the pod. Don't you worry, McLovin. We'll get her on the pod. McLovin actually called you out for not going on the podcast. That's right.
I have many things to say on this episode.
Maybe it's the Tylenol that's getting through your body. Maybe that's why you're all chatty, Kathy. Maybe. It doesn't matter. No, yeah, so Lucy's back, and we've been trying to get her used to the apartment, and she's just a little munchkin. She's just sleeping in a big pile of clothes right now, like all cats do. What? She's only 5 pounds. Like, she's a very light cat. Like, I grew up with cats, and my one cat, Mickey, could just destroy her. Not in that way, like in a fight way. Because he was like, I don't know how, he was a huge cat. I don't know, he was like 10 pounds or 12 pounds or 13. Is that a big cat? And he was just a massive cat. And then Heidi, the other cat I grew up with, well, she just loved food and was a big rugby ball. But no, Lucy's a big little munchkin, and she tries to eat a lot, but if she eats too much, she just pukes everywhere. So we've just been like controlling her food by giving her like 40 kibbles in the morning and like 50 kibbles in the late afternoon, making sure she doesn't spew all over our new apartment, because that would be a mess. But she's back, and she's actually quite quiet right now. Usually she's all meowy right now because we're up and about, but oh well. Maybe next podcast she'll be jumping all over the microphone and meowing and hissing in my face. You never know. She doesn't hiss, but unless you clip her nails or try to brush her, but that's usual for all cats. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, and then Emma spent a lot of money on new furniture. That was... Well, you did. I'm not chirping you or anything. I'm just saying you spent a lot of money on furniture. It's a good thing because we need stuff. You know what I'm saying? What, you just want to hang out at this table for everybody for the remainder of our lease? But no, this apartment was empty when we first moved in, but slowly but surely people are moving into the apartment, and it's going to get I feel like this weekend it's going to be packed. Like I think that all 3 elevators are going to be booked at some point. Oh God. Excuse me. Because so on our number for our apartment, they have a sticker on it, which means like there's already tenants in the apartment, and then there's ones that don't have people in them that have like the master key, and there's a sign that says master key on the lock, but then the rest are just empty. They don't have any signs or any stickers or anything. So that means they've already been leased. They're just about to move in. So school's around the corner. Everybody knows this, and this is a brand new building, so I feel like Labor Day weekend or possibly tomorrow, shit is going to hit the fan. Like, it's going to be so busy. But good thing that we're leaving. We're leaving tomorrow sometime in the afternoon, and we're going to Lucknow for the night, and then the next day we're going to Brussels, which is, it's Huron County or Bruce County? Let's look that up. Brussels. Not the Brussels in Europe that everyone... Let's look up Brussels. Brussels, Ontario. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm looking this up. Oh, it's in Huron County. Huron County gets the win. My one buddy's so happy. So we're going to a wedding there, and we don't really know much about the wedding. Well, I don't. Emma went to high school with the bride. She's a doctor. Oh, wow. So it should be open bar then. Well, I'm just saying it should be. Yeah. It better be open bar. If we're going to Brussels, it better be open bar. Maybe we won't be getting invited. Well, this podcast will get posted after we go, so there's nothing they can say about it. But maybe this could be their wedding gift, like a shout out to Brussels. You know, they'd be happy about that. She's not from. So the husband's from Brussels.
No, she's just from the middle of nowhere between Glory and Brussels. So Brussels has a nice farm.
Oh, okay. So Brussels is the biggest location, closest location. Okay, so we'll go to that. We'll have a good time. Hopefully Emma feels better so she can have some shots with me. Am I right? Maybe get some Moscow mules
Yes.
if that's on the bar menu. It better not just be Bud Light. If it's Bud Light and like vodka sodas. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind a vodka soda. Vodka soda's not bad on a nice summer day. Well, summer's almost over. This is the last weekend of the year. But I don't know. Or just like cranberry vodkas or anything like that. There should be like more than those type of drinks, but we will see. But like for beer wise, I hope it's just not the standard Huron County / Bruce County Bud Light that everybody drinks. Who knows? Maybe they'll have some cowbell there.
My dad switched it up. He drank some OV last weekend.
OV. Oh, there's a beer I haven't drank in a while. Emma was just talking about how her dad enjoys OV. I don't blame him. OV was a great college beer. They served it in certain bars in Sudbury. Actually, one in particular, which was near the spot that I used to live in, called the 1500, which is now closed. And now I think it's called the Tap Room or something. But yeah, they used to serve OV, and it was like $2.50 for a beer or $3. That might be fake news, but I'm not too sure. It was a long time ago, and I was probably drunk when I bought it. No, I was 100% drunk when I bought it. But yeah, OV. You know, another one I used to drink a lot, and Old Style Pill. I used to drink that bad boy all the time. Well, later years. But OV used to be a top 10 beer for Timmy Hurd back in the day. Carling was definitely number one, and Budweiser. But who knows? We're not going down that road anymore. I got a delicious Capital Blonde Ale by Forked River Brewing Company. That's right. Yeah. Hashtag get forked. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Boom. Read their Forkin blog. That's pretty cool. Western graduates. 3 Western graduates decided to just make some craft beer, and I think they're doing pretty good. Getting pretty successful, you know, in the LCBO. And yeah, good for them. Keep it going, guys. It's great. Keep it fucking going. I enjoy this. And yeah, so this week has just been not much going on except for the orientation that I was involved in. But last night I met up with one of my buddies who's from Clinton, and Clinton is in Huron County. Don't get it mixed up with Bruce County. That's like you're going to start a war. So Clinton is in Huron County, and I've known him since university. We used to be roommates in I don't know, way back when, and we lived in res together too. And he will actually be on the podcast in a couple of weeks. I'm not exactly sure when, but we will have him on the podcast. So it's a little preview, and I'm not going to lie, he might be a bit of a wild card, and he's been known to troll quite a bit. So get ready, folks, for an interesting podcast. Let's just call him a unit. But no, he's a great guy, and it was great to see him. So we met at Jack Astor's in the Masonville area, and I ordered some pan bread for us. And if you don't know what pan bread is, go to Jack Astor's and get pan bread with cheese. It amazes me how many people don't know what pan bread is. It's like garlic bread times a million. Think about a big ball of dough. Like, you know, imagine a big dough ball that you get in like in the middle of a pizza. Times that by 30. And they put it in a skillet. And they just dump, probably about 4 pounds of butter on it with garlic and deliciousness and salt. Everything that's bad for you but tastes amazing. And then they take a ton of cheese and just pour it on top. Get pan bread. You will not be disappointed. Even if you're just going in for like a couple beers, order some pan bread. Oh, God, that's gross. Excuse me, I just burped everywhere. A little disgusting. No, get the pan bread. It was great. And so we I ordered that, and it was my buddy's first time having it, so he was real impressed. He's just like, "Oh wow, this is like really really good garlic bread." And yeah, and we got a couple Muskoka detours, and Jack Astor's is a great spot for like a franchise restaurant or a franchise bar. It has some great beer selections. I tell you, like I think they have over 20 taps. Like it's amazing. Like, and I enjoy their bar. They have a lot of television. So if you're into sports, they have things going on. They always have sports and stuff, and it's a good location. The food's not bad. I've never really had a bad experience at Jack Astor's. And so for like I said, for a franchise restaurant, and if you're in a pinch and you need to get some food, you need to get some beers, check out Jack Astor's. I mean, it's a lot better than the Kelseys and the Montanas or the Boston Pizzas, in my opinion. So Jack Astor's, do it up. So yeah, we had a few beers there, and after we decided to go to the movies, the Silver City, which is at the mall, the Masonville Mall, which is across the street from the Jack Astor's. And we go there and we buy our tickets, and holy shit, $17.50 to go see Mission Impossible Fallout. That's pretty pricey because it was in 3D. And I'm not a fan of 3D movies. I never have been. I don't find them interesting anymore. It's like it doesn't do anything for me. Just give me a regular 2D movie because it's cheaper and it's a lot better. That's Emma coughing in the background. I think the halls aren't working right now, but anyways, you okay? She's giving the thumbs up. Perfect. And she's back to painting. Boom. But yeah, like it's fucking expensive, man. And it wasn't that busy or anything, and so we got to see Tom Cruise running, which is great. You know, Tom Cruise running is amazing. But Mission Impossible is just getting so repetitive. It's just like their whole reveal with the mask. They always, in every movie I've seen of Mission Impossible, I don't know if they did this in the first one because it's been a decade since I saw the original Mission Impossible. And I've never seen the show. I believe it was a show or book before it became Tom Cruise-ified. And I don't know, but like every Mission Impossible I've seen, they have the mask reveal. So like the bad guy will be talking to who he thinks is like his like second in command or like his backup or like his partner or something, and then all of a sudden they do a reveal. It's like, surprise, motherfucker. It's like, and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, this has been going on again and again and again in every single Mission Impossible. But hey, at least we got to see Tom Cruise run, because that guy can run. He's a great sprinter. Like, he should be in the Olympics, or should have been in the Olympics. Gun to head, who wins, Tom Cruise or Usain Bolt in a 100-meter dash? Who do you think? Who do you got? Because Tom Cruise can run, man. He might get a couple strides on Usain Bolt before he just gets into action. You never know. Usain Bolt's retired. I'd like to see that race. I know a lot of my friends would. Boom. It's done. Tom Cruise, if you're listening, which is a huge long shot, I want you to race Usain Bolt. Get on it. But no, like, it's great to see that Tom Cruise does some of his own stunts, but it was a good action. It was an all right action movie. You know, it's motorcycles and cars and helicopters and guns and, you know, like, what more can you ask for from an action movie? Tom Cruise running. But I feel like I've missed a couple movies before, and I didn't really get certain things that were going on, because I don't remember the last one I saw. I think it was like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're all the same at this point. I think the best Mission Impossible ever was the one with the Limp Bizkit. the Limp Bizkit song. What the fuck is that called? What's that Limp Bizkit song that was in Mission Impossible? Is it Take a Look Around? Bizkit, Mission Impossible. Let's see here. Mission Impossible 2. Yeah, Mission Impossible 2 had the Limp Bizkit song Take a Look Around. That song's not bad, especially from like a long time ago. I mean, that came out. When did Mission Impossible 2 come out? Because like Limp Bizkit hasn't made anything since like 1998, I think. Mission Impossible 2. Oh, it came out in 2000. Okay, so like at the peak of like Fred Durst, like, give me something to break. Just getting so aggressive. And I think this is the first time they do the whole mask. When they have the mask in Mission Impossible. I don't think they have it in number 1. But I believe they bring it into Mission Impossible 2. But Jesus, Tom Cruise is... When did Mission Impossible 1 come out? 1. Mission Impossible 1. When was the release of that? 1996. Tom Cruise has been crushing Mission Impossible films since 1996. What? Over 20 years, we'll say. Jesus. How many Mission Impossibles are there? How many Mission Impossible movies? Okay, there are 6 Mission Impossible movies. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely... Okay, I've seen 1 a long time ago. I've seen 2. Don't remember what happens. Seen 3. Probably exactly what happens in 2, but different villain. I've seen Ghost Protocol, and I think he's in Russia for that. And I don't know what the other one is. The 5th one is Rogue Nation. Rogue Nation 2015, and then Mission Impossible Fallout. Well, I guess he's just killing it with his Mission Impossible movies. But Tom Cruise is just crushing these. I bet you there's going to be another one. 6 movies. My word. And I know there's a terrible TV show of Mission Impossible. It's probably terrible because it doesn't have Tom Cruise on it. But yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout. I mean, you're not missing much. Not great. I mean, but it's entertaining. I mean, if you're bored and you just want to watch an action film, I guess go see it. It's up to you. It's your life. Do what you want. But yeah, enough about Tom Cruise. What else has been going on? Oh man, wow! I've had a hard week. Well, not really a hard week. I don't work. Just getting ready for go to school. I started working out again. I finally decided to go downstairs and go to the gym in our apartment building. And our apartment weight room is pretty nice for an apartment weight room. I mean, they got a brand new elliptical, and I love that elliptical. You know, I do the Tony Soprano as much as I can. It's the greatest workout that's ever been created by man. Boom, said it. Get at me, tweet at me if you don't agree with me. At Tall Talk Podcast. So yeah, I went down there. I did 30 minutes on the old elliptical machine. Got it up to resistance 14, you know what I'm saying? And so the past 3 days I've been doing 30 minutes of cardio, or 30 minutes of the elliptical, or Tony Soprano, as some people call it. And then just been doing some weights, but the weights is what's been killing me. So this weight room is not bad. We have a bunch of dumbbells, all the way up to 80 pounds, and they got a couple benches. They could use at least one more bench. They have at least 6 medicine balls that go up to, I think, 12 pounds or 15 pounds. And they got a bunch of bouncy balls, those exercise balls. And they got a bunch of cables. So you can do lat pull down, you can do flies. And so I was like, okay, I might as well get into it. So the first day I worked out, I mean, I did some lightweight. I was just drenched in sweat. I was sweating buckets. And I did some lat pull downs for the first time in months. And I did some bent over rows, and I did some chest. What else did I do? Oh, that's about it. Did a massive stretch, and I tell you, that was the hardest part in the entire thing, was the stretching. Like, as soon as I did one stretch, I was like, oh my God, everything hurts. I'm so old. But fuck. Emma and I are trying to find a pool, indoor pool around our area, so we can do some swimming, because we both enjoy swimming. Emma used to be a professional lifeguard when she was in college. You know, she used to be a professional lifesaver. But we want to find a pool so we can do I don't know, some lane swimming, because I find that's probably my favorite workout. Like I was talking about the last podcast, Emma and I went for a lake swim, and we didn't do that bad. It was pretty good. So yeah, we're still patrolling Google with that, trying to find lane swimming. But in the meantime, we're just gonna go downstairs and work out in our apartment. I mean, we're paying for it, and yeah, it's just nice to have that option, man. Like I know I can with my my tuition, I get a gym membership at the Fanshawe gym. So when I'm at school, I have that option, but they don't have a pool, which sucks. But oh well. What you can do, but I'm just so fucking sore. Like I tell you, like the heaviest weight I did was 40 pounds, and that was when I was doing dumbbell press for chest, and like that is terrible. And I'm dead, man, so dead. Today I did arms, I did tris and bis, and holy shit, my triceps are just on fire right now. But you know, you have to start somewhere, right? I mean. And eventually, if I keep this up, I will, I'll look better and I'll feel better, and you know, I'll just become like one of those gym bros, bro. Like I'll just go down to the gym every day and like work out there for like 4 hours. I'll have one of those crazy like ripped shirts that everyone loves, you know, like with just a little bit of fabric left on it. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'll just be like 90% of my time will be like flexing in the mirror. It's gonna be amazing. No, I don't want to be that person, but I just want to get in better shape. You know, this month has just been crazy of traveling and eating delicious food, but not the healthiest for me. So trying to get back into it. And if I'm going to be on television, I mean, I know I heard the camera puts on another 10 to 15 pounds. So maybe I should amp up the cardio to an hour instead of 30 minutes. Oh, well. Oh man, I love that. I love that elliptical. That elliptical is great. It's amazing. It's just so easy, and you just look like the champ when you're on it. You know, I think everyone can agree with that. You look amazing when you're on the elliptical. You're just flailing your arms like Kermit the Frog. You know, it's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. What else is going on in my life? I think that is it. I've talked about everything on my list. And I still have some sips left of this delicious blonde ale, Capital Blonde Ale by Forked River Brewing Company. And yeah, like I said before, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I did, so you might as well too. But I think that's about it, folks. I've said my piece. I've said what I wanted to say for the week. And you can follow this podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Tall Talk Podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. And if you want to see some cool photos, or you want to just check out my personal account on Instagram, that's HeardTimothy90. And tweet at me. If you want to ask me a question, send me a tweet at me, message me on Facebook. Or you can email me at talltalkpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, maybe get some interaction going. I've been saying this since I don't know, episode 5, but we'll figure it out from there. Anyways, I hope you enjoy your week, and talk to you soon. All right, everybody. Peace.